Hello students. In the last class we discussed up to fifth property. Now this is the sixth property. So this is most important property also. What is the statement you read? If to each element of any row or any column the equal multiples of the corresponding elements of other row or other column. If you take row means here also row you have to take. Here column means here also you have to take column. All added means corresponding elements. If you add, then the value of the determinants remains same. One example means explanation I will take. Let suppose delta is equal to, just we are taking this is A1. A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Now we are taking C. Delta 1 be the determinant. Obtain by, what is the statement? To each element of any row, suppose just I am selecting R1 means R1 changes R1 plus equal multiples, some multiples means lambda I am taking. Other row means suppose if I take R3 then the value of the determinants remains same. Whatever this delta is there, delta 1 also it should be same. It will be same. So we will prove whether it is correct or not. That is delta 1 is equal to, I think you know already operations. In elementary row operations or column operations you have learned already. While you are calculating inverse of an element by using elementary row operations or column operations. There what you apply here, there A is equal to I into A means only row operations you have to apply. Suppose A is equal to A into I means only column elements. Between once if you start row elements, row operations, in the middle of the problem, you should not apply any column operations. At the same time, if we start with column operations, in between we should not apply any row operations. But in determinants not like that. Between wherever if you want any operations you can take. So you observe R1 changes to R1 plus lambda into R3. Now R1 elements can be written as R1 plus corresponding lambda times of R3 elements. What are the R3 elements? These are the R3 elements. So all R1 elements can be written as lambda times of the sum of the R1 elements and lambda times of the corresponding R3 elements. See here, like A1 plus corresponding element means C1. So we can write this is A1 plus lambda into C1. Next A2 plus lambda into C2. A3 plus lambda into C3. No changes in R2, R3. Only we are changing R1 only. That point you have to remember. So one more point you have to understand. Whenever if you want to change R1 means compulsory R1 elements only you have to take. So by mistake you are taking R2 means that is the wrong process. So once you start with R1 means here also R1, here also row operations only you have to do. At the same time, suppose Ci if you want to change, Ci only, whatever column if you are, suppose first column means first column only, you have to start. Plus lambda types of any other column you can take. So in between, suppose here R if you take means this is the wrong process, because if you want to change column, but you are using row, so that is wrong process. So all the operations must be columns wise or rows wise only. So you should not write other than like this. So this is most important, you have to remember. Ci means here also Ci plus lambda, not only plus, you can take minus also, or you can take divided by lambda also, no problem. So it must be constant, whether it is positive or negative or any fraction, whatever it may be, no problem. So that you should understand the procedure clearly. So this is lambda times of. So you can take either plus or minus. So this is the internal meaning of this property. Now you observe. No changes in R2, R3. What is R2? This is B1, B2, B3. This is C1, C2 and C3. Just last class I told any means all the elements of or sum of the elements of any row or any column expressed as sum of the two terms are there. This determinant also can be expressed as sum of the two determinants. How to express sum of the two determinants? Now you have to tell. So first determinants means first elements I have to take. Nothing but A1, second element A2, third element A3. Then this is B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3 plus. Again what I have to write here? The second determinant lambda C1, lambda C2, lambda C3. Then this is B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Again this determinant can be written as C here. Again this determinant can be written as, this is no changes. No changes means this is A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. Again all the elements of first row multiply means common element is there. What is the common number? Means lambda. So you can take lambda as common. So that is C1, C2, C3. Next B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. So clearly R1 and R3 identical. R1 identical to R3. So this total determinant will be 0. Again what you got? Only this element, this determinant. Again delta only we got. See, you can apply any operation, any row operation or any column operation. Then the no changes in the value of the determinant means indirectly you have to remember this formula. If you want to change Ri row, so Ri can be written as lambda times of Rj or minus also no problem. Ci if you want to change means that is Ci plus or minus lambda times of Cj. In both the cases lambda be a real number. Lambda be a real number. It is a constant. So that you can apply any operations like this. So what is the most important point? If you want to change Ri means Ri only have to consider. If you take Rj or Cj like that means that is the wrong process. If you want to change Ci means here start with Ci only. Other than Ci if you take means that is wrong. Suppose here start with the Cj means here also Cj. Here you can take Ci also, no problem. So these are the points you should remember. Most important concept it is. Now one more example I will give for this problem. In the entrance point of view or in CET, especially in NDA, they will ask these type of questions. See, suppose 2020 2021 to 2022, 2023. This determinant if you want to calculate. So corresponding elements, just if you apply definition means it is a lengthy process. So you observe, suppose this is delta NPQ. Just we are applying one operation, C2 changes to C2 minus C1. What we are writing? All the second column elements subtracting means all the first column elements subtracting from second column. So we have to write result is as C2. Result is as C2. So no changes in first column means 2020, 2021. Then C2 minus C1 means 2021 minus 2020 means 1. This is also 1. Now you see this first class product of the principal diagonal elements, nothing but 2020 minus product of the non-diagonal elements 2021. So how much it is? This is 2022. This is also 2022. So minus 2 is the answer. Already I told this type of model determines big numbers are the consecutive numbers or multiples of any column with other elements means you have to apply these operations. So according to this operation, this property only we can solve these type of questions. So you should remember these type of properties. Next. One more example I will tell based on this property. Show that determinant of 43, 1, 6, 35, 7, 4, 17, 3, 2 equal to 0. So you remember, in the entrance point of view, determinant appears means in the examination if you don't know how to solve the problem, maximum try to put which option with 0 means that is the correct option. Maximum 90% of the determinants values like this numerical values will come means 100% the answer will be 0. 90% maximum. If you don't know how to solve in the examination, especially in the entrance point of view, so answer will be 90% 0 only will be there. So we'll see how to answer this one. See here. This is 43, this is 6. C1 changes to C1 minus 7 times of C3 I am taking. Sir, why you are applying this operation only? I will tell you. See here. C1. What is the C1 first element? 43. According to operation, minus 7 into corresponding C3. Corresponding C3 means 6. How much it is? 1. So this is 1. Second element 35 minus 7 times of corresponding C3, nothing but 4. So this is 35 minus 28, nothing but 7. Next, third element. So this is 7. Third element 17 minus 7 into corresponding elements 2. So 17 minus 14, nothing but 3. So this is 3. No changes in second column, third column. 1, 7, 3, 6, 4, 2. You observe C1, C2 identical only, no? So C1 identical to C2. So then the value of the determinant always 0. So if you know this property means answer will be only one step. Or if you expand directly according to first row or second row or third row, whatever it may be, any row or any column you choose, answer will be 0. But it may take time taken. At the same time, it may occupy more space also. But in the entrance point of view, without using space within short time, how to answer? You should learn properly. So that you should remember properties clearly. Next. Another property is there. If all the elements of any row or any column property number 7, if all the elements of any row or any row or any column are zeros or 0, then the value of the determinant always 0. Then the value of the determinant is 0. Any row or any column, if all its elements are 0, suppose 0, 0, 0, A, B, C, D, E, F, this is always 0. So like that, not only any row or any column, all the elements corresponding all the element row or column. Suppose here 2 zeros, suppose this is some E is there, sometimes it may not be 0. So all the elements of any row or any column, all the elements are zeros means 100% it will be 0 only. So this is the next property. Next, the determinant of a triangular matrix is the product of principal diagonal elements. Principal diagonal elements. See here. You know what is triangular matrix? Whether it is lower triangular matrix or upper triangular matrix. Lower triangular matrix I will A 0 0, B C 0, D E F. So this is lower triangular matrix determinant. So if it is like that means the principal diagonal product of the principal diagonal elements, what is its value? A into C into F. A into C into F. At the same time, upper triangular matrix determinant, just this is 0, 0, 0. This is upper triangular matrix determinant is also same. Product of the principal diagonal elements A, C, F. If it is diagonal matrix, clearly this is diagonal matrix determinant only, product of the principal diagonal elements. So whatever this product is, these elements are there, that product we have to take. So that is this property of statement. So that you should remember clearly. So all the elements of any row or any column 0 means then the value of the determinant is 0. If the matrix, if the determinant is diagonal matrix determinants means product of the principal diagonal elements. Next, one more property that is most important. Suppose A and B are two square matrices. A and B are two square matrices. What is that property number 9? See, if A and B two square matrices, then determinant of A into B is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. Not only like that, determinant of three matrices are there, product of three matrices are there. So determinant of A into determinant of B into determinant of C. This is another property. So one simple example I will tell you. If A is equal to A is equal to 15, 10, 5, 4. B equal to that is 3, 2, 1, 2. Then they will ask 5. Determinant of AB. So actually determinant of AB, how to calculate means first we have to multiply these two matrices. Maybe values will be more, means large numbers if it will come. Then you have to apply determinant of AB nothing but determinant of A into determinant of B. So what is determinant of A into determinant of B? We have to take. So determinant of A means this is 50, 10, 5, 4. Determinant of B means 3, 2, 1, 2. So very clear, this is 200 minus 50. Next, this is 6 minus 2. So how much it is? 150 into 4. It is 600. So this is 50 into 4 means 200 minus 5 into 10 means 50. This is 6 minus 2, 4. This is 150 into 4 means 600. So like this you have to answer the question. So these are the properties of determinant. You have to understand. You should learn the properties clearly. Then only you can understand the problems. Next, problems based on these properties. First one, find determinant of 1 log y base x. This is log y base x. Log z base x, log x base y 1, log z base y. This is log x base z, log y base z 1. So maximum answers will be 0 only. You have to remember. So in the entrance point of view, CET level, one of the CET problem it is. So in CET level, they will ask these type of questions. So you have to assume this is as delta, means expanding along first row. If you want, you can write expanding along row 1. So if I expand along row 1, before that, okay, 1 into If you close this column and this row, this is 1 minus product of these two elements log y base z into log z base y minus log y base x is equal to, you close this column and corresponding row, log x base y minus log x base y minus log x base z into log z base y plus log of z base x. If you close this column and corresponding row, these two log x base y into log y base z minus log x base z, log x base z. So very clear. I will tell one logarithmic property. You remember, log a base b into log b base a will be there always 1. So this is always 1 means, you observe how to prove this is always 1 means, this is log a base b. How to write means log a base b divided by log b base e into this is log b base e divided by log a base e. This is base conversion law we have used. So these two cancel, answer will be 1. So this is 1, this is also 1 because these two cancel, these two cancel. Next, minus log y base x. This is log x base y. See here, z cancel. Then what will left? Here log x base y, log x base y plus this is log z base x. You see here, these two cancel because y cancel. So what we can write? This is log x base z minus log x base z. So this is 0, this is 0, this is 0. So answer will be 0. So like that we have to answer this question. Next question. If omega be the cube root of unity, then find this determinant. You observe how to calculate this determinants means directly you can expand. No problem. So you can expand means what you will get, we'll see. What are the cube roots of unity? So cube roots of unity means there are 3 roots. 1 omega square. 1 means 1 only, omega means minus plus minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2. Omega square means minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. Sum of the cube roots of unity means 1 plus omega square means 0. Product of the cube roots of unity means 1 into omega square, nothing but omega cube value 1. So we have to use these conditions. These are the concepts based on complex numbers only. Now you observe. This is the determinant of 1. Omega cube means 1. This is omega square. Omega cube means 1. This is also 1. This is omega. Omega square. Then omega 1. You can expand along first row. Plus minus. So if I am putting symbols means you have to understand we are going to expand along first row. So you observe. This is 1 into 1 minus omega square minus 1 into 1 minus omega cube plus omega square into this is omega minus omega square. You tell me, this is 1 minus omega square, this is 1, 1 minus 1 means this is 0, plus omega cube minus omega power 4. So omega cube means 1, you observe here, 1 minus omega square, omega cube means 1, omega power 4, see multiplying with both sides omega means omega power 4 value omega, so this is minus omega, again it can be written as, you observe, 1 plus 1 means 2, if I take minus common means this is omega square plus omega, omega plus omega square means minus 1, so this is 2 minus of minus 1, nothing but 3. So what is the determinant means 3. So that, see, I told you know all the determinants may not be sometimes 0 means this is one of that such type of determinant. So this is cannot be 0. So its value will be 3. So this is one of the NDA question you have to identify. So in CET level or NDA level, so they will ask these type of questions only. So along with theory, so we are going up to CET level so that you have to understand the questions. Next. Find what is that another question I am writing. Determinant of 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109 value we have to calculate. So whenever these type of large numbers will come means, then you have to apply properties of determinants. Which properties we are applying? See here. So just we are applying C2 changes to C2 minus C1 and C3 changes to C3 minus C1. See, both operations at a time we can apply. When if you are using same column C, for C2 operations we are using C1, for C3 operation we are using C1. Suppose you are using C2 means this is the wrong process. Why? Because already C2 changes, without changing C2, at a time you are applying C3 means that is wrong process, so that C1, because there is no changes in C1, which one we are changing? Only C2, C3, so that point you have to remember. In the determinants 2 or more operations at a time, we can apply, when if it is proper, so that point you have to remember. Now no changes in first column elements, see, 101, 104, 107. C2 minus corresponding elements of C1, 102 minus 101, 105 minus 104, 108 minus 107. Clear? 103 minus 102, 106 minus 104, 109 minus 107. Then, so these are the multiples. Here two columns are identical, or if you are confusing, can you take 2 common here? Each and every element 2 is there. 2 if you take common, then this is 101, 104, 107. This is 1. Here 2 if you take common means 1. Now easily you can identify these 2 columns are identical, so this is the determinant is 0. So value of the determinant always 0. Next question, you see, determinant of 5, 5 square, 5 cube, 5 square, 5 cube, 5 power of 4 like that. how much its value. So from the first column, can I take 5 common? So then what you left? 1, 5, 5 square. From the second column, can I take 5 square common? Again 1, 5, 5 square. 5 square if I take common. From the third column, can I take 5 cube common? 5 cube common, 1, 5, 5 square. Very clear? So you can take column 1, column 3, column 2. See, 1, 1, 5, 5, 5 square, 5 square. Corresponding elements are same. So this is 5 into 5 square into 5 cube into 0, nothing but 0. So value of this determinant is always 0. Next. Another important question. See, 1 a square, 1 b square, 1 c square value. This is NCERT problem only. Prove that 1 a square, 1 b square, 1 c square equal to, we have to prove a minus b into b minus c into c minus a we have to prove. So this is most important result for sometimes 4 marks or 3 marks. Usually they are asking this type of questions. So now just I am taking LHS part. What is LHS part? 1 a square, 1 b square, 1 c square. You see here. You remember 2 results. Suppose all the elements of first column elements are 1, any column 1, 1, 1 is there. Here whatever the elements, let them, no problem. So which operations you have to apply? In this case R2 changes to R2 minus R1 and R3 changes to R3 minus R1. You remember? 1, 1, 1, any column, all the elements of any one column like this 1, 1, 1 is there. You have to apply the 2 row operations. Suppose all the elements of any row 1, 1, 1 are there, remaining elements whatever it may be, no problem. So in this case what you have to apply? Column operations. C2 changes to C2 minus C1. C3 changes to C3 minus C1. Only these 2 operations you have to apply. Sir, why you are using only these operations means I will tell you. To get triangular matrix determinant, either upper triangular, lower triangular matrix or upper triangular matrix determinants. So this is, you remember, all the elements of any one column 1, 1, 1 is there. That operations you have to apply. All the elements of any row 1, 1, 1, see. All these elements 1, 1, 1. All these first column elements 1, 1. Row elements 1, 1 is there, column operations. Column elements 1, 1 is there, row operations. So that point you have to remember. So now you observe 1, 1, 1 is there. Which operations I have to apply means, so applying R2 changes to R2 minus R1 and R3 changes to R3 minus R1. Now you tell. No changes in R1. 1 a square. R2 minus R1. 1 minus 1 0. B minus a. B square minus a square. B square minus a square. R3 minus R1 0. C minus a. You remember corresponding elements only we have to add or we have to subtract. C square minus a square. C square minus a square. You observe. From this, second row you observe b minus a. Third row you observe c minus a. We can take common. So b minus a we are taking common from R2. Then c minus a we are taking from R3. You observe b minus a from R2, c minus a from R3 common. Then did you take any common element from R2? No. So this is 1a square. From second row you observe this is 0. b minus a means 1. This is b square minus a square. b minus a into b plus a. b minus a common. Then what you left? This is b plus a. Then third row, what we are taking common? C minus a. This is 0. This is 1. This is C plus A we have to write. C plus A. Now again you observe, here 1 is there, here 1 is there. So we can apply R3 changes to R3 minus corresponding R2. So you observe this is B minus A into C minus A. No changes in first row, second row. 1 A square, 0 1 B plus A. Only third row we are changing. R3 minus corresponding R2. 0 minus 0. R3 minus corresponding R2. 1 minus 1. 0. B you observe. What is R3? C plus A minus R2 B plus A. Minus A plus A cancel. C minus B. You observe. This is the upper triangular matrix determinant means product of the principal diagonal elements. Product of the principal diagonal elements. So this is B minus A, C minus A, 1 into C minus B. This is C minus B. Actually what we have to prove? A minus B into B minus C into C minus A. You take minus common. What will get? Minus R. A minus B. Here C minus A. Here minus you take common. This is B minus C. See here minus into minus plus. So finally A minus B into B minus C into C minus A. So by applying operations means properties of determinants we have to calculate like this. So sometimes you can expand directly, you will get like this. But sometimes what they will ask, without expanding, find the value of this determinant, they will ask question. Or show that, without expanding, show that this determinant equal to A minus B, B minus C, C minus A means we have to use the properties of determinants indirectly. So you have to prove like this. Okay.